Hi everyone, it's Brenna. I'm here to do story time with you guys today. I have two books that I'm going to read. They are both Peppa Pig. So we're going to start with this one. This one is called Peppa Goes Swimming. Alright. It's a beautiful, warm summer day. Peppa and her family are at the swimming pool. Peppa, George, let Daddy put on your swimming armbands, says Mummy Pig. Today is George's first time at the pool, and he's a bit scared of getting in the water. Why don't you just put one foot in, suggests Daddy Pig. Maybe George should try both feet at the same time, says Mummy Pig. Splash! Mummy Pig convinces George to jump into the water, and he loves it. Grunt, hee-hee, snort, shouts George happily. Ho-ho, well done, George, snorts Daddy Pig. Rebecca Rabbit, her little brother Richard, and their mother arrive at the pool too. Hello, everyone, cries Rebecca. Squeak, squeak, says Richard. Richard, hold on to this float so you can practice kicking your legs, says Mrs. Rabbit. George, would you like to try kicking your legs too, asks Mummy Pig. Hee-hee, snort, giggles George. Ho-ho, very good, laughs Daddy Pig. But please try not to splash. Big children don't splash, adds Peppa. Big children are very good at swimming, declares Peppa. When George and Richard are older, they will be able to swim like us, won't they, Rebecca? Yes, says Rebecca, as she watches the boys kick and splash. Peppa and Rebecca race each other up and down the pool with their swimming armbands on. They are having lots of fun swimming and splashing in the water. Oops! Richard has dropped his toy watering can into the pool. Mummy, wah! Cries Richard. Sorry, Richard, I can't reach it. It's too far down, says Mrs. Rabbit. Luckily, Daddy Pig is an excellent swimmer. He takes off his glasses and dives down to get it. Oh, there you go, snorts Daddy Pig. Squeak, squeak, says Richard. Well done, Daddy, says Mummy Pig. Yes, thank you, Daddy Pig, says Mrs. Rabbit. Oh dear, Richard is so happy to have his watering can back that he splashes Daddy Pig with water. Hee hee hee, George laughs. What a silly little piggy and rabbit. Everyone has had a fun day swimming at the pool. And that's the end of the first book. So silly, Peppa Pig, her brothers. All right, the next one is called Peppa Pig and the Camping Trip. Are we ready? All right, here we go. Peppa Pig and her brother George are very excited. They're going on vacation. Daddy Pig is bringing a surprise. What's that? Asks Peppa when Daddy Pig arrives. It's a camper van, says Daddy Pig. Yes, says Mummy Pig. We borrowed it for our trip. It does everything, says Daddy Pig. This button here is for the sink, and this one is for the beds. The beds? Asked Peppa. Just wait, says Daddy Pig. This camper van is full of surprises. After a long drive, Peppa and her family arrive at the campsite. It's time for bed, says Daddy Pig. But where will we sleep, says Peppa. Mummy Pig and I will sleep on this bed, says Daddy Pig. And you two will sleep upstairs like you always do, says Mummy Pig. Daddy Pig pushes a button. The camper's roof is lifting up. The camper van is just like our little house, says Peppa. The next morning, the sun is shining. Since we're outdoors, let's spend the day looking at nature, says Mummy Pig. Good idea, says Daddy Pig. What should we do? Well, there are lots of fun places we can visit, says Mummy Pig. How about Duck Island? What's Duck Island? Asked Peppa. It's a wide river full of ducks, says Mummy Pig. Peppa and George love ducks. Let's go to Duck Land, says Peppa. When they arrive at Duckland, Miss Rabbit gives them their tickets. Enjoy the ducks, she says. But the river is empty. Where are the ducks? Asked Peppa. Maybe they're on vacation too, says Mummy Pig. Let's wait for them while we have our picnic lunch. I don't like to wait, Mummy, says Peppa. Cheer up, Peppa. The ducks always turn up when we have picnics, says Daddy Pig. Look, says Peppa, it's the ducks. There are lots of them. All the ducks' brothers and sisters are here, and aunties and uncles, I bet, too, says Peppa. What about the Granny and Grandpa ducks? Asks Mummy Pig. They're here too, says Peppa. It's a whole duck family. I love Duckland. Look at all those ducks. It's crazy. Soon, it's time to head back to the campsite. Everybody in, says Daddy Pig. I know a shortcut back to camp. A shortcut? Where are we going? Straight ahead, shouts Daddy Pig. The camper van creeps towards the river's edge. But Daddy, says Peppa, we can't drive into the water. Don't worry, says Daddy Pig. Mummy Pig pushes a button on the dashboard. Like I said, this camper van does everything. Daddy Pig drives straight into the river. The camper van has turned into a boat. Peppa and her family arrive back at the campsite. What will we do next? Asks Peppa. How about a nature walk? Asks Mummy Pig. Splendid idea, says Daddy Pig. The camper van has a treadmill, of course. We'll set it up with a nice view of the trees. Peppa laughs. But Daddy, we can just walk through the woods. Peppa and George love to take walks outside. They spot lots of animals. They see a bird, a grasshopper, and a hedgehog. Hello, hedgehog, says Peppa. Peppa and George keep walking. Look at all the sticks on the ground, says Peppa. Daddy Pig told us to collect some for our nature walk. I wonder what they're for. We'll use them to cook our dinner, says Mummy Pig. But first we have to pitch our tent. Tent? Asks Peppa. What about the camper van? No camper van tonight, says Mummy Pig. We're going to sleep under the stars instead. Everyone helps pitch the tent. This is the same tent I had when I was a little boy, says Daddy Pig. It looks a bit little, says Peppa. It suited me just fine then, says Daddy Pig. Yes, but you've grown since then, Daddy Pig, says Mummy Pig. And your tummy has grown most of all, Peppa giggles. Speaking of tummies, it's time for supper, says Mummy Pig. Daddy Pig builds the fire. They all eat tomato soup. Time for bed, says Daddy Pig. Peppa and George snuggle into sleeping bags. Stars shoot across the sky above their heads. Do you miss the camper van, Peppa? Asks Mummy Pig. Oh no, says Peppa, unless it has a button for shooting stars. They all giggle. I love camping. And that's the end. I hope you guys liked those books. We're going to have more story times on other days, so just wait for the next one. I hope you guys are reading. I hope you're having a great summer. And I can't wait to talk to you guys again soon, okay? Bye, everyone.